Hi, my friends. Sorry about that. I started talking and I didn't realize I needed to talk. So anyway, so what I was going to show you, this is something that's really bothered me for over 3 years, and I want to ask you, brothers and sisters, if you can give me a thumbs up if if this happened to you, or thumbs down it didn't, or put a comment in, because this one blows my mind. I still cannot figure out what happened. So about 3 years ago, when all this chaos was going on, I was losing the houses that I had in Colorado. Didn't have a job. Just the whole nightmare. That whole time frame stuff. So everything was going. The Mandela effect coming along. I noticed all these changes in the Mandela effect, and all these things were happening. Right? Just everything was just coming off the hinges on me. So, and I grew up in Montrose, as you know, so I had to. I wanted to just get away from the whole Denver area and just take a vacation to get my head screwed on, get back to my roots, visit Montrose, take a break for a week, or so, a week or two, right? And just to go on vacation on the Western Slope, because I love the mountains there, the wilderness, and I knew the people, like going back to my hometown, talk to old friends to make sure they're still the same people because of the Mandela effect, and just hang out and make sure the town hadn't changed, and just kind of check things out, right? So just go, because I hadn't been in my hometown by that time. It'd been like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years. And maybe brief times were just brief. It was only like for a day or two, right? So I wanted to go back and just try to get my sanity and everything like that. So I'm heading somewhere with this. So anyway, so I go to Montrose, and Montrose is actually, I'll zoom out here for a little bit. Let's see, Montrose. Okay, so you go down here. Let's see, take I-70. There's several routes to go to Montrose, but I took the I-70 route, and you'll head to Grand Junction there, and then there's Montrose right there, right? There's Montrose, where I grew up, okay? So, anyway, so it's about a 7 or 8 hour drive. No, sorry, that's way too long. It is about a 5.5 to 6 hour drive, okay? And so it's about, I think it's about 6 hour drive, right? 5.5 to 6, depending on whether you stop or something like that. I just noticed something like that. There's some evil thing laying in the bed here. Look at that. There are formations in the thing. Look at this. Well, I got distracted again. Okay. So anyway, I did my thing in Montrose, got really relaxed and grounded, and just had a great time, right? So I was coming back, and it was at night. I left late, and I was coming back late night, coming down this. Here's Montrose. Let's see. And this story is just amazing because I can't explain it to this day. Where the blue little thing is right there. All right. So anyway, there's Montrose, right? Okay, so I'm driving back, and it's about. I get to. The way you have to do is you have to go to Grand Junction, it's the quickest route, versus other mountains, especially there wasn't snow, but I believe that was right near the. That was the springtime, actually. Springtime. Okay. So, but anyway, so I'm heading to, Kirk, just hurry up. I'm sorry. There's so much. So I'm driving down here at night, right? And I'm coming along here, and right about outside of Grand Junction, something weird happens, my friends. I had not run my radio the entire time when I think it was in Montrose in my vehicle, and, because you just listen to headsets or stuff like that. But I turn on the radio, right? And the FM stations, I'm running through the FM stations, and there's only about three stations I could get, right, because of the mountains and stuff. But this is what blows my mind. Those 3 stations, the music, the songs, everything I'd never heard my entire life. You gotta realize I've listened to every genre, even new age stuff, even this modern stuff that they have on the radios. I've listened to it all. I've listened to every new type of music out there, even the new rap, the all this new electronic music, all of it, right? This music, I'd never heard the genre before. It was kind of a mix between like new age, but kind of a slower beat. Not, it was like new age, and kind of I'm trying to describe the genre as kind of a new age, with more lyrics. I'm to new age, like I'm talking, new age, but more of a rock, not a rock, a soft rock vocal, right? And I'm trying to describe the genre because it's something it's hard for me to describe. It was, like this new age music. I'm trying to think of an example of a new age group that would be similar. Kind of like a modern Pink Floyd, where you have just new age, more electronic, more atmospheric, more, more just modern instrumentation stuff. But it was even deeper because the singing was, just so unusual, right? And I thought to myself, because I listened sometimes, the radio was in Denver. I thought, my God, what are they playing on this Western Slope? I was like, this stuff is, and I was like, in all 3 channels, and it's not something that would be like, there's sound like, and so, I mean, it just blew my mind. I'm listening to song after song, and I was trying to even remember the dang names. I should have done, but I was driving. I was like, I gotta check that out. I do some YouTube. I hear that song later when I get to Denver. But here's what I'm heading with that. This sounds crazy, but I don't know. I think I had actually shifted Earths or realities on that trip to Montrose. I don't know when, and I don't know exactly, because coming back when I was driving down this road, that music, I cannot find a day to hear anything close to it. One even talked about, one of the songs is interesting, about a lady who was singing. She said she's going to bring 1,000,000 soldiers, this really long song. 1,000,000 soldiers, but it was in a clean way, like 1,000,000 soldiers to defend the earth and to bring peace and stuff. And that's weird, right? It wasn't a religious song. It weren't religious channels either. It was kind of like just a soft song. And I was trying to remember some of the songs. But anyway, and I thought, my God, I said this songs and so you gotta realize I'm listening to stuff for a long drive, in the dark. I'm thinking for just for a long time. I'm thinking how long it was. It was probably 3 hours of just this music I never heard. It had to have been another earth, another reality. And because even at the time, I'm like, my God, where am I? Kind of like the Mandela effect, where you wake up and like, what is going on here? Like the white sun. And I'm not going about this, but every song, it changes between those stations. Gets weird though. Okay, so I'm heading somewhere with this. You're like, hey, no, okay, sure, you keep going on about it. Okay, well, so I'm driving all the way through here, through Glenwood Springs, all the way through Eagle, Avon. Okay, this is where it gets strange. Through Georgetown, okay, Idaho Springs. I'm trying to get to, wait, no, I went too far. Is this it? Darn it. I'm trying to find Eisenhower Tunnel, because that is what was really blows my mind about this. Glenwood, okay, gosh, where's Avon Vale, Copper Mountain? These are all Frisco. So right here, okay. Right here is going to be the Eisenhower Tunnel. Right here, see it says Eisenhower Johnson Tunnels. Oh my God. That is a Mandela effect, my friends. You have got to be kidding me. It was always just Eisenhower Tunnel. It was never Eisenhower Johnson Tunnels. It was always Eisenhower Tunnel. What is happening? Oh, you got to be kidding me. We got a Mandela effect just right here in the tunnel. Folks, I drove this thing all the time. Between here, it was never called the Eisenhower Johnson Tunnels, plural. It was always Eisenhower Tunnel. It was called the Eisenhower Tunnel. There's one tunnel. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to have to look more into this, the Mandela effect of why Eisenhower and the Johnson. That was never. My mother was blown away, but she's sleeping tonight and I want to bother her. Call Mom. Hey, Mom, you're calling native. What's happening? Eisenhower Johnson Tunnel. Is it a dash? It was always Eisenhower Tunnel. Oh, I'm going to have to check the backstory in this one. Okay, so anyway, I'm sorry, blown away. Okay, what I'm heading at. So I'm driving along here, and this tunnel is pretty amazing, right? I'm going to click on this just to see if it brings it up. Yeah, and I'll show the photos in. So anyway, so I'm driving along here, and then you have to drive, and you go through this tunnel. And by the way, this is, I think it's still held today, the most expensive highway ever built per mile in the entire world. Now I know for the nation, but I know about fact for the world. But I think the world, because you would not believe the construction they put into this highway system. It's very high, and they spent years building these. It is just amazing. This whole they call it the Glenwood Canyon highway here, the Glenwood Canyon, and I'm telling you, it is amazing. The concrete, it's designed for runoff for snow. I mean, this thing is just massive, the amount of money spent on this thing. And they said the most spent per mile. But anyway, so, okay, so I'm driving through this tunnel. I get to the other side, and I'll show the tunnel in a second. Guess what? Of course, you lose the stations because you just went over the Continental Divide. The mountains break up those radio signals from the other side. Guess what? Get on the side. Guess what the music's all like it is today? The same old boring modern country, same old crap on the radio. I'm like, oh my God, I'm back to this eastern slope of Colorado, and my goodness. So what happened? Now I don't believe in portals. Maybe they exist. I mean, but see, this is confusing because I don't think a tunnel is a portal, of course. But how? But also, but how? How was it? Because I've been back there since. Did I go back across there? I'm trying to remember. If I listen to radio, yes, I did. I went back there in the summer, and those stations and that music never existed again. I went back there because I think I told you springtime. So that first time was around probably, I think it was probably April, May, and then of that year, and then I went back and it was around, I think, August. And yeah, those stations and music wasn't there. Well, anyway, so driving through the tunnel, man, it's like I went through a tunnel like a black hole. I'm not kidding you. Boom, into a different reality. That is crazy. Now, I don't know if that would just be a coincidence because the tunnel is there and blocks radio waves and all this other stuff and creates a situation that appears that way or not. Or literally if I didn't literally travel, because it goes through the mountain, deep in the mountain, if something doesn't happen in there or something, right? But the names in here are crazy, like Apollo. Oh, the names of these are for the ski resort. And sometimes even ski resort names can mean things. The ski resort. The runs, which is really unusual. North Star, Supernova. I never skied the ski resort, so I can't tell you things about it. Field of Dreams, Marmot, Rock Chutes, the Plunge, the Mood. But anyway, the ones that are really interesting is the North Star, Telestar, and all these others. But anyway, I did see some architecture in here, but I don't want to go on about that. Some formations, these rocks, some spiritual formations, some heads and stuff like that. Just blows my mind. Yeah, you can see a guy standing here right here. I'll show you this real quick while I got it here. Let's see. Where's my little... Oh. Yeah, let's see. Where's he at? Yeah, you can see this guy's... Here's two eyes, mouth, a head, and here's his body, and his arm, and his arm here. Right down here. And then there's another head here. Oops. You can see right in here is another head. Side profile here. Two eyes, a mouth, a head floating there, right? But anyway, so I'm curious. Did anybody experience anything like that? Hear some type of music? You remember, I'm a music freak, and wow. So I'll stop that. We've gone off about that, but anyway. And what else is there? That's about it. Okay. All right. God bless y'all, and have a blessed evening or day wherever you're at.